Hello and welcome to Naija's Geeking Out podcast. This is the final episode of this season, episode 156. This means we've come to the third calendar year since we started this podcast. Like, it's been an amazing run so far. Kex, how are you doing?
I'm good today. I'm good. Yes, we are 3 years old. Is that right? Yeah, 3 years old. Yes, it's
Yeah.
yeah. To your point, it's been amazing. Somebody had told me that I will still be here 3 years later, chatting with the same clowns that we started doing this in in 2020. I said, nah, not possible. Yeah, this is probably one of the good things that came out of COVID. But yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Dapo, what of you? How are you doing?
Hey, I'm okay. I'm in good moods. Life is doing me okay-ish. I can't complain. Unlike some people on this podcast who I know are not very happy, but we will not go into that. We will move on swiftly. But no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, and as you said, like our third season doing this coming to an end. As you said, one of the very good things coming out of COVID, and hopefully we'll go stronger and stronger
Yeah.
Yeah,
as we
yeah.
do
It's
this.
feel it's like I didn't think it would have lasted this long, but here we are still going on strong.
Yeah.
Still saying the same old shit that we've been saying since the beginning.
No. I think we're more enlightened. Well, at least some of us are.
We are not more like I think we are less. I think
Well, oh,
if we go back and look at what we were saying before and what we are saying now,
It's worse. We are worse.
we, we've given up on any pretense of being a sensitive person.
you feel Red Regular, oh, he's not here this time around, but oh well, he's not regular today.
He's here as a monetary spirit.
As a
That's
monetary
about it.
spirit, yes. Yeah. Okay, so quickly, we'll do a quick look back at the year. It started with one of the first things we did this year was the Wakanda Forever review.
That's correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And between then and now, we've had several comic book movies come out
Yep.
and several books and TV shows come out. Just overall, what has been your impression of the year, the quality of the videos we've gotten this year? Has it met your expectations? Has it been below, or how would you rate it?
Um, if I go first, and because this kind of caught me on the hop, my initial instinct is to say it's been a subpar year. That's my initial instinct, and I think it's colored mainly by the movies more than anything else. That's been my barometer, I think, for the year. I think we had one great film, in my view. I know some people will say two great films, but for me, at least one great film in and it's Sony's animated Spider-Man across the universe. Beyond that, we've had. I thought Wakanda was okay. I thought it was a bit of a step down overall from the first Black Panther movie. I thought Ant-Man was a disaster. I enjoyed Flash more than most people did. I thought Blue Beauty was okay, family film, but yeah, I think overall it's not been great. Let me use that phrase. Don't let me be too
Yeah,
harsh.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Thor because I heard you gave it a standing ovation in the cinema.
Wait,
That was season two.
right. Sorry. What year was Thor?
Yes,
Season two. Season two.
it was it. Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it
season
was
two. It
this.
So
was it
so
was
you so
just
you
before
decided
What
so
you
you
said. It was
decided
just
you decided
before Wakanda
you,
Forever.
you decided to come on this podcast to try and cast aspirations on my integrity for a film that doesn't even qualify. Your hating is on another level. Okay.
okay, but you didn't mention Guardians of the Galaxy though, where you were mentioning movies.
No,
Did
so
that
that is
meet
the
your
one that I said.
expectation or?
He said
So
some
that's the
people
one I
think it's
said.
You said,
great. I think that's the one that he inferred. That some
okay.
people think it's
That's the
great.
film I was referred to when I said could be great. I know some people think it's great. I thought it was good. I didn't think
Okay,
it felt quite great for me.
okay, okay. Tex, what about you? Movie
Um,
wise this year?
movie wise, I think it's been it's been poor. I think it's been poor. No, I would go with subpar. Subpar is probably the right phrase, but I
Uh,
at this point we've gotten to the level in which our expectations are much higher. So I'm going to say it's been poor. However, there have been some standouts. Like for me, Guardians of the Galaxy is the best MCU movie. My personal best MCU movie.
MCU movie. Okay.
Yes. We've had Across the Spider Verse, which we talked about in episode 135. Episode 131 was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But
okay.
for the podcast, I think season 3 has been quite good because we have more to talk about when stuff is bad than when it's good. So we've had some really good um good conversations, particularly when it's bad or when we don't agree on how bad it is. um I think and one thing that pushes this year a little into bad for me from a CBM comic book perspective or comic book live action perspective is um what we talked about, episode 143, and I noted the number here. That is the finale of Secret Invasion. So Secret Invasion really brought
That's
it, it-
that's what that hurts.
yeah, it brought the average of the year down severely.
Yeah.
That's one of our worst, not our worst episodes, but one of the worst things we got this year was that episode.
Yeah.
Did we? I
Was
mean,
that series?
now that you've mentioned TV, did we get any great TV this year?
We have one we are currently watching, Gen V.
Okay, then. Okay, before then, nothing, right?
No, we've been disappointed all year.
Yeah, it's
One
been
Piece, if you want to count One Piece, but that's more on the
Okay,
manga side. I
okay,
don't think we had any great TV shows this year.
it's been a
okay.
quiet one. And I'll be honest, it's been a quiet one because DC or Warner Brothers haven't released anything. They didn't do another Peacemaker or Waller or the Penguin
Mm,
or whatever else that they have
I
on
mean,
there.
they've been doing stuff like Superman and Lois. They did Doom Patrol. I don't think a lot of people are watching
Yeah, the
that.
thing is, we don't. Yeah, we are not watching it, unfortunately. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I am technically, but
You're
I,
not
I
caught
wait.
up.
When you find the time, you
Yeah.
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's
You're not caught up
correct.
on it as
If you
well.
guys
Yeah.
want, I can put Titans because we had season 4 of this.
We don't have an
No,
African
nothing.
please.
No.
No, no, no. Not at all.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titans was the bottom of TV shows this year. I totally forgot until you mentioned it. I actually watched that. Yes, that nothing
Nothing
beats that
goes
for
below that for you this
yes,
year.
nothing.
I think for me,
Yeah.
the problem with this season is that we had a lot of things we were looking forward to that either did not meet the expectations
Yeah. Yeah.
or were just below that. Like we had
Yeah.
very few things that actually surpassed
Expectation.
expectations. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Even Across the Spider-Verse, which is hailed as is universally hailed as a great movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it surpassed the expectations it didn't meet the height of the first one, the novelty factor the first one brought for us. It didn't. I don't think it quite hit that depth.
It can't hit novelty. I think that's almost impossible. But I personally, it exceeded my expectations because I was expecting a bigger drop from the
Oh,
first
okay.
movie because I thought there's no way it's going to even come close, and I think they did better than I expected personally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was happy.
I'm with you there.
You were happy. No, when I say it didn't hit, I'm talking about if you notice, like the great sequels of our time, the Captain America 2, the Dark
Yeah.
Knight.
Oh yeah.
This didn't. Yeah,
Yeah. No, he didn't do that.
he didn't do that.
But I honestly didn't expect it to. If I'm being honest, I don't know why.
I
I
think
didn't
I
expect
think
it to.
if it was a self-contained movie, it might have.
Uh, okay.
I think it might have if it was a self-contained ended film, and then we move into part 3. I think it could have been a Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, to the
Hmm.
first one if it ended.
Okay.
But leaving on a cliffhanger, it definitely leaves you wanting more. Um, so I think that might
Yeah.
have
Okay.
hurt it a little bit in terms of
Yeah.
our feeling coming out of this. You come out and you're like, wow, that was great,
Hmm.
but it didn't quite end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this year, we've been getting disappointments back to back. I don't know how you would call it. Wakanda Forever. I won't call it a disappointment, but it had a lot of things going against it from the
Yeah,
get-go that it could not
yeah,
reach the first height of the first
Yep.
one.
Yep.
yeah.
Yes. Yep.
We had movies
Can I
like
can I can I can I
Yeah,
just say something without sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah.
I just watched both very recently because my kid was watching them and he's been into it now.
So
And
you watched
I,
what recently?
the first Black Panther and the second Black Panther.
Right. Okay. Got you.
Wakanda Forever and Black Panther. And
Yep.
Wakanda Forever has gone up in my estimation. Actually, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda
Because when I
Forever.
watched,
Okay.
Okay.
when I watched it again, I appreciated Namor more. I thought, okay, you know what, this CG is pretty decent, And then watching the first one again, I'm like, that end battle.
Yeah, it was
Was
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
With the rhinos, it's glaring. And they still haven't they haven't fixed it on Disney Plus. But watching the second one, I was like, man, they really did this Namor, like the way he was flitting when he's flying. I'm like, okay, it feels like they even made it better. So
Did
I
they make the Lagos streets better?
no.
So no, please, thank you.
I'll be honest. The scale Wakanda still feels tiny.
Yeah.
It feels like 3 streets that congregates. It still feels so small.
It feel like just mushing area.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
It's
And that's it.
that didn't work. Yeah.
But going on from the movies, we also had TV shows, but I don't really want to like. That was a clusterfuck culture.
Well, I mean that is what Keck was saying. Significations.
Yeah.
Titans.
Signification was like
What else did we have? What else did we have apart from what we're currently watching?
we had My Adventures with Superman, but that was more made than disappointing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've not had something that we felt, oh wow,
Oh,
this is great.
You know what?
I mean-
I'm going to say something which is sideways.
Yep, that's gone.
Sideways.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that we went in expecting something average and we thought was very good was the Invincibles Atom Eve special.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
only
That
thing
was
that we,
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
that I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was very good. Yes.
But outside of comic books, in terms of news, I think this has been one of the funniest years for news. This season started with shaking the hierarchy of this.
Oh my
Oh
god.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it came off Black Adam, this is shaking hierarchy, then the back and forth news, the firings, the hirings, and it's been a roller coaster all year round. So
It's been
yes.
a very controversial year.
Yeah. It has.
Yeah,
it
you know.
has.
Yeah.
I think it started literally just after the hiring of James Gunn. Is that correct? I think it was hired October
thereabouts.
last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I
No, it was
I didn't know the time.
No, it was hired after what's this thing called? After the
Black
season
Adam.
started.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay. When was Black Adam?
Black
Black
Adam was
Adam was
last year.
Last year before
July?
Yeah, October.
Okay, sorry, October.
Black Adam was October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and that was where they announced Henry Cavill is back as Superman and all of that news, the new hierarchy.
You're right, because I saw a couple of weeks back that it's been a year since we saw Henry Cavill as Superman appear at the end of Black Adam. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I won't lie, I'm sure the guy must be ashamed. And he said, like, he could be ashamed.
If you can go back in time and change some decisions.
You know why I feel bad for him? He had been resisting this thing. Like, people say, come back. They're like, nah. When the script is right.
But you see,
guys, I don't want to.
this is when you know Henry Cavill is not Nigerian. No, seriously, if he's a Nigerian, he will use all these hype man type people. In Nigeria, we have these rock type people. There are plenty. They will hype you. Bros.
I can't take it. No.
I got you.
Oh my
This is the
God.
hierarchy changing level things. You understand? Rock bamboozled Henry Cavill into coming back now, and everything just scattered.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Oh
funny
my God.
guy.
And
Well,
that's
Yeah, so what apart from that, I think we had some really I noted some of my favorite episodes this year here. We had the Murewa and Dotsu interview once.
Yes.
That was this year.
that
the
was a
season.
good
Yes.
episode. Yeah.
That was a very good one.
great highlight. Great highlight.
Yes, that was a good
You
one.
guys should go back and listen to that episode. I think
Yeah,
it was a
one,
really
two,
good
one.
one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
And this was before they blew up. Or while
Yeah.
they were blowing up, should I say?
No,
While they were
sorry.
blowing
Before.
Well,
Like,
no,
Mm.
they already had my grandfather, they already had stuff that
blow
was...
up is Iron Man, my friend. So this is before.
They already had the book
Okay.
already now. They already written it. That's not
No, they hadn't released it. They had
Was it?
Yeah,
announcements.
but
How
it
do you like
was
it, my friend? How do you like it?
Okay, okay. 1-1.
Yeah.
Our interview with Murewa and Dotsu, that was really good.
yeah.
I have 1-7. Best and worst sidekicks. I liked
Oh, that
that
was
one
a
a
good
lot.
one.
Yes. And we followed up that one with 1-8 classic superhero movies. Our top 5 classic superhero movies
That
was
was a good
Oh
one.
1-8.
God, that was annoying. That was an annoying episode, guys. The pettiness on display
Tex,
in that
what season?
episode.
What season did we put Hank McCoy on trial?
It was
This year.
this year.
This year. It was this year. This year.
Yeah.
Leave
That's
that
what,
side. Leave that side. Leave
that
that
was one
side.
of my favorites.
You don't need to. You don't need to dwell. You like
You
thinking
know,
backwards, this
we are
guy.
not dwelling that on that. We are moving on.
You swim forward. You be like a shark, man.
Yeah.
Um, we had episode 136. We interviewed 47 Studios. We
Oh
interviewed
yes.
Uneke from 47 Studios, and then I think my personal favorite this year was episode 153. And I did attend that one. That was the one that apologized to all the Swifties. I think that one this year has to be. That's the Ballon d'Or, our Ballon d'Or episode this year. The episode had that one.
You're a joker.
Humbled.
You're just a joker.
He
Oh,
challenged all the Swifty fans and they came back. He came back in tears. Like, sorry. Oh God, that was a funny
you
one.
guys
That was my
are
best
jokers.
one.
Also, this season we did quite a few couple of what I call live recordings, interacting with for movies. So I don't think we did that.
Oh yeah,
Any,
you
any
mean
of
with
that.
guests or
Yeah,
what do you mean?
yeah,
No,
YouTube. We went live. We
with live
streamed.
stream,
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, sorry.
we did that,
Yeah,
yeah.
we did like I don't know about 3 or 4 of them
Yeah, about 3 or
this
4.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
yeah. It
season.
was for movie reviews, yeah. And you missed one episode, 114, What Makes a Hero. I really like that discussion. That
Yeah,
was shortly for the
was a good one.
Murewa.
We got a lot of feedback on that one as well. A lot
Yeah.
of people were quite
Yeah,
happy with the episodes. Yes, indeed.
yes.
But yeah, so I think
That's
for the
good.
pod it's been great. I just think for the live action industry it's been subpar.
It's
Yeah.
been really
But
super.
We've been doing all the heavy lifting for them.
But I
Oh,
think
we got something we really liked. I forgot to mention this. Met
so,
Cadets.
yes,
It was a
Mechanics.
surprise hit. It was a surprise hit for
Yes.
us from here. Yeah.
Yes. That was good. That was good fun on Netflix. Yeah, that one we didn't add that last week. We were doing a countdown of comic book adaptations or properties that Netflix had been putting out there.
Yeah.
We counted
Yeah.
12 plus Met Cadets. That makes it 13.
Oh, we didn't add that. Okay.
We did
Got you.
not. I'm
Okay,
positive.
got you.
Positive we did. Yeah. So I think at the end of the year we'll do like a look back of the year in total, and then
Yeah.
looking forward to 2024. What we have planned or what we're expecting in 2024.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
I would also mention that this year, DC won almost all the Eisner Awards. Please, let's just remember that we had a clean sweep at the awards. Raking in comic book awards left, right, and center. Best writer, best ongoing comic.
Right. Just
And Marvel had like how many? One.
just to remind the audience,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm correct, these awards, some of them went to Tom King, right? Yes or no?
Wow.
Why would you drag Tom King is a good author, please. He writes shit books at times, but he also has some good books.
I'm just saying that,
No.
I'm just putting in context so people know how useless
Double.
those awards were this year.
Okay. For me, my personal favorite news this year was James Gunn's announcement slate. I think that news has tided me over the disaster that has been for DC movies this year. His vision, his 10-year plan for the slate for the future.
Right. Okay.
And his plans, Amanda Waller coming next, Creature Commandos, then Superman Legacy. The casting and all of that. So far, until we get to the movie, but at least between here and there, I don't think it's been a misstep. I don't think anybody can say, oh, this is a bad decision, this is a bad idea yet. So
Oh, yeah, of course.
on that level, yeah.
No, I don't think they can. I think you're very correct. It's weird. I don't think I have anything that I could call like my favorite news at all yet this year. Nothing. I'm happy about the James Gunn announcements. I don't. I think it's everything I heard from him, I'm hopeful, and obviously he's got a lot of credit in the bank with me. But until he starts dropping them, before I start making my
Yeah,
judgment calls, I'm trying to think. Even Marvel's not really announced anything that's made me. I first was excited by the news about Born Again, but now I'm kind of now not sure if I should be excited about it at all
don't be.
because of the news of rewrites, changing of the the focus of the show's been changed.
Yeah, change
So
of
yeah,
creative team. Yeah,
yeah.
it's not
So
looking
I'm not sure
positive.
anymore about that.
Oh yeah.
One
And
thing
last,
I was going to mention last,
yeah.
and it's not even news. It's like, I don't know if any of you watched Werewolf by Night.
Yes, I do. I
So,
saw it. I
Did
saw
you
it.
all did you all watch it?
no, we didn't.
Apparently, they've released the color version of it,
I heard that they were going to do this.
and I think I might just go and watch it for that. See if it makes any difference
Okay,
or makes it worse.
Okay, okay.
fair enough.
And I think this was the year we reviewed our first anime, One Piece.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's not make a habit of it.
but it was surprisingly good compared to
It
the TV
was.
shows
It
that we
was.
were
It was.
watching.
And to be honest, I even think it's done a lot of good for anime, even though I don't think they need it anyway. Generally, I think anime is very popular nowadays. In a weird way, anime now is like how I guess these are Marvel comics were in my young days in terms of the popularity among certain
Yeah.
age groups. It's the first anime I've watched in a long time. Well, no, that's a lie, but that I completed. Let me use that phrase. That I've completed and that I've enjoyed.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess it's a big plus for them.
O- Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
that that covers the review we've had so far this year. And
Okay.
moving on to ongoing things that we're still talking about.
Yep.
And to bring the episode down quickly, Loki. Can we get through this thing really quickly? Who
That's a bit
wants to go
harsh.
first?
Okay.
That's a bit harsh.
I'm gonna need some help here.
Okay.
I watched
Yeah.
the episodes. Can somebody summarize what happens? Because I've got. Uh, I watch the show now. It's almost like a vague idea. I know. Is it A to B to C? What was the focus of this episode?
Let me see if I can
Was it
remember.
fixing the loom? Was that
It was.
mainly
I
it?
think it was. I think it was fixing the loom. It was between fixing the loom and the return of Renslayer. I think that was that. That's all I
Okay.
can think of as the I don't want to use the word resolution, but the end game of this one was they were desperately trying to fix the loom. Victor Timely came to the TVA,
Yep.
and he met on Ouroboros.
Obi, yeah.
Yes, and there
Yep.
was a bit of a time paradox where he's reading the book that Obi wrote. That Obi was
Yes.
inspired by the book that he wrote, which I thought was quite nice. Their back and forth, and then they devise a way to fix the loom. Is it the
Yep.
loom? The loom of time,
Yep.
Yeah.
something like that. Which doesn't quite work out because Victor Timely goes in to fix it and then he loses his life. He quite unexpected. Nobody saw that coming. And then okay, I'll save this bit. Um, Renslayer comes and then she tries to so I want to say co-opt the TVA basically by going and
Yes.
getting
Yep.
the ones that are dissatisfied, bringing them to her side, and then taking over the TVA, which doesn't quite work to plan. She only gets one recruit, who's Bradley, um, X15 something. No, is it
Yeah.
X15?
Because
The
the
exact
others were
number.
squashed.
Yes, he
Yes,
killed everyone.
yes.
Like that was okay.
Rather graphically, yes, yes. They didn't show it, but it was still implied quite
Yeah.
We
strongly.
heard some sounds. I believe
Yeah,
some
yeah, some
squishing
squishing, some squishing.
sounds.
Yeah, and then I think the least by far, I don't even think there's any contest. The least interesting part was the not conflicts, but the back and forth between Loki and Sylvie. Um,
Nobody cares.
Nobody, yes, but we still mention it because it happened. It's yeah, this thing is they need to kill this because it's not interesting. It's not progressing the plots. It doesn't do either of them any justice.
Okay.
They just need to kill the Sylvie character out of the series entirely. is
Yeah.
my field. She doesn't add anything. You want to say something, Dapo?
Yeah, I watched this episode. Okay, one feeling I had in this episode was frustration, and
Okay.
it's more frustration when this episode had what you call a ticking clock, and yet a lot of them seem totally unbothered by the ticking clock, and they were taking their time to do everything, and it was just really, really, really annoying me. And you also had Victor Timely, who's almost your most critical factor in resolving this issue, and you let him wander up by himself. And I just found, everything in it was just really. To be honest, this episode was just annoying me on so many levels, and I found it frustrating. And maybe it's just me being overly harsh on this show, but I find that I don't have a lot of forgiveness for things that I will generally have in other shows with this one.
I personally have reached the Zen state of enlightenment with this show, where
Okay,
I've accepted what I'm watching is completely trash,
right.
and I'm just going to chuckle at the banter between Loki and Owen Wilson, and maybe Obi once in a while, and then ignore every other thing that is happening and not even think about it beyond the surface level. Oh, this person killed wrestler. Yeah, we move on. This one is
Yes, yes,
ranting once again. We move on. This babe and this one, the argument that oh, you're actually dating Hero Remains, but he wiped your memory and sent you back in time
yeah.
for whatever reason. And this was supposed to be the big reveal from last week. We
I,
move on. Like
I
it's
knew that big. I knew that big reveal was not going to be anything shocking.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just knew it. I think we said that. I think we all actually almost agreed on that last episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It,
I,
it's
I'll,
it's.
mm,
Go on, Kex. You go, Kex.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I actually liked this episode. I'll be honest. I actually like this
What did you
episode.
like?
Man. I think the banter between Owen Wilson and Loki works very well. It's not annoying. It's just for me. It's just right. I even when Obi and Victor Timely were talking to each other like, oh, it's a pleasure. I'll sign your book if you sign my book. I like that. I didn't dislike Victor. I didn't dislike what's his name? What's Jonathan Majors as Timely in this one. The thing was
Right.
his
The
neuroses and
ticks.
quirks. Yeah, the ticks. They were less annoying for me. I found them less annoying in this episode. Maybe because he didn't do them so much. I honestly, I thought, and the fact that he even stepped up and was like, you know what, time to be brave. Let me do it. I'll be able to, I thought that was cool. I liked that Dax, the leader of the Scottish woman, the
Yeah,
Right.
leader,
Yeah.
I like that she was like, no, we're not joining you. Because typically, in stuff like that, oh, she will join immediately. Someone that has an enemy of B-15 will join immediately. But in this instance, she was like, no, we're not joining you. That it goes to show how bad you are, that would rather be squished than
Yes.
I really liked that. Because, in typical rights, you just be like, yeah, she joins, and then Renslayer has an army and blah, 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 blah. It also made me hate Bradley so much. Just standing by and letting that happen. Like, the guy's it's a chicken shit.
Right. Okay. And this is
Yeah.
another issue with me.
Yes.
And this is. I'm sure this is not the show in this case because I've lost so much interest that even the
I
motivations,
understand.
I really not. Even when I don't follow it, I don't really care. Okay. Oh, okay.
I
We just killed that
understand.
group. So I
I
really just could not care
I
to
understand.
like track the motivations and to work out why you're doing this. I just
I
okay.
get
like
I
Sorry,
get
go on
you.
today.
I don't like when you're talking about motivations. I don't get why Rensler is choosing to kill the people.
I don't
They are
understand that. I don't
they
understand
are
that
in
either.
jail already. If
I
they're
don't
not
Yes.
understand.
joining you, they can't affect your
I
plot
don't
in any
understand.
way.
I
It was
don't
just
understand.
like it was point. It was just
I don't get
pointless.
it. I don't
Like,
understand.
what's going on here? And then to make the entire
Oh my
storyline
god.
even more pointless, she's immediately killed a few minutes afterwards by Sylvie. I'm like, okay,
She's such a piece of
why?
shit. Like I don't
Yeah, but
understand
right,
either.
sorry. Was she
Yeah.
killed or was she what's it called?
She was pruned.
She was pruned.
Transparent, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean she still goes
I
to
don't
that
know.
place, or does that place no
I
longer exist?
I don't even I don't that what kind of
That
question are
place
you
still
asking?
like that place still exists, but we don't know what rules they are playing by now. We really don't know
Okay,
what rules they are playing by.
but see, this is the problem. Even when that happened,
Yeah.
normally I'll be like, oh,
Yeah,
she
I
went.
didn't get the impression she was dead.
But I just
Or
thought
she had been killed,
I
yeah.
don't care where she went. In the end, I mean, even the first season, I'll be thinking, oh, she's dead. Oh,
No,
what's I'm trying to work
what's going
out.
on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to work out anything.
We've reached that level where whatever happens, happens. They can say she is back to next episode without any
If
explanation, and I'll be
if
totally fine with it.
if in the finale,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superman comes in and helps them, I will not ask any questions. I'll just say, okay, that makes
That
sense.
tracks.
Yeah, that's
Oh wow. Yeah.
and the worst part, it's
So
not even like you can still watch it, but it's almost like a series of skits put together for me at the moment. Like I watch a series
SNL.
of skits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SNL, the Marvel version, basically.
Yeah.
I can't even argue with what you're saying.
It's just a vehicle for us to see the comedic talents of Owen Wilson and Tom
Yeah.
Hiddleston. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just it.
Right. I think the
Yeah.
chemistry is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
OB,
Yeah.
Majors, Wilson,
Yeah.
and Hiddleston,
Yeah.
and then they're also carrying Sylvie's part because she's doing zero.
She's a
She's
minus.
Yeah.
minus.
Yeah.
She's actually extracting from
Yeah.
because I don't understand why she's so angry. Like she's just man.
Like,
They are really,
everybody's
really
happy. Be happy. Eat pie. Like
exactly.
everybody's enjoying pie. Just eat the pie with them. Why are you complaining? Nothing
She's
makes sense anymore.
she's really bringing down the whole vibe of the
Yeah.
show. She's bringing down the whole. But yeah, no, I man, do you know I completely understand what you're saying. I think my expectations have been recalibrated so low that I'm just like, it's not annoying me. Okay.
Yeah.
It affects me.
Hmm.
It's okay. It's not bad.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Let's continue.
yeah,
How,
Let's
how
just
go
many
what
let's
happened.
how many episodes do we have left?
maybe two.
Two. Two more
Two. Okay.
episodes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
2 more
And
episodes.
So
so at the end of this one, big explosion. Am I correct? Is that how it ended?
Yes, yes,
mm,
yes. You're right. You're right. Yes. I
there's
think the
an
loom
explosion.
exploded or so. The loom
Okay.
Yeah, the loom. Yeah,
something,
yeah.
yeah.
Something that
Okay.
happened.
Something should happen. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
The next episode there will be one time period and yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's not
Let's move on.
dawdle. Let's not dawdle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ratings.
I'll give it two.
Okay.
It should
I,
just
I,
take its mark and go.
to us, this is the level where I am at. I'm going to copy and paste to the score. I can't even bother to think too much. So two for me as
Just
well.
yeah.
I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3.1.
3.1. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just light, nothing heavy. Nothing heavy.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now from there to moving on to an actually good show that we might need to expend some brain cells talking about Gen V. What did you guys think
Yes,
about this new episode?
I liked it, and I liked it for one very reason. That
Why?
it's so, and it's an. I like when there's something that's obvious, but I did not work it out, and then when the show does
Okay.
it, and I think, oh, that makes sense. And basically, what I'm talking about is the fact that Madame Head Exploder's power set is the same as Marie.
Marie. You're
Marie's
Mary.
right.
exploder.
Marie.
Yeah.
When okay, oh, actually, I can see that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And it's not something I would have. You could have put me in that show for 2 hours, and I'm sure I'll never come to that conclusion.
True.
Yeah, but
And
yeah,
it's
that's because they've never shown her do anything else but explode
Yeah,
heads.
yeah, true. Yes, yes,
So
yeah.
for all we know, it could have been a telekinetic bubble she's blowing up in their
yes.
brains.
Yeah,
So
indeed. Yeah,
yeah,
but the moment she did that thing, I thought, oh, actually, okay, I'll
Oh,
buy
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, wait, hands off, I'll buy that. It
yeah.
was
And I think I would never have expected that she was a benefactor of Marie.
correct. Yes,
So that was a
yes.
good. That was a
Now,
I
good.
actually,
I need
was
help
going
here.
to. Okay, yeah.
Okay, no, you finish what you're gonna say, and I'll
No,
come
I
back to
was
my
going to
points.
think is a woman she met, the CIA lady that was the benefactor, and not her.
Got
Rather
it.
than
Right,
Got
yeah,
it.
right.
Got it.
Well, okay.
I would have bought that one more before the show. Yeah.
I need help here because I'm an old man. My memory is not as good as you guys.
That, but
You young.
you have a notoriously bad memory. It's really bad.
At the end of the boys' season, whatever last season
Yes.
was Head Exploder still on the campaign, the political progress?
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause I wasn't sure.
The-
I couldn't remember where we left her.
Yeah,
I
she's always been on the up and up. I think that's partly
Yeah,
why we
so she
call her
wasn't
the
exposed or
AOC
anything.
something.
She was still
No,
no.
she
undercover
was
as
still
a
very
okay.
much
So okay,
undercover. Yes.
Wait,
okay,
I'm not
good.
sure. Does Huey know about her now? I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
He figured
Yes.
out
Yes. She
Huey
works
and
with
the
it.
gang.
Yeah, yeah. You know they work
Yeah, that's
together.
correct. Yeah, yeah.
No,
He saw
we,
her do it.
they saw her do it. Right.
Yeah,
She
Okay.
knows.
yeah,
You know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's what I really like about what you just mentioned, Dapo. I love
Yes.
it when that happens to me, where you put all the clues
yep,
in
yep, yep,
earlier episodes, and then
yeah,
you make a reveal that you won't have guessed either was that
yeah,
either
yeah,
way.
yeah.
That it makes sense. And yeah, for that particular story, that the benefactor tying it to her, it all makes sense. And I really look forward to what they're going to do with that going forward. So, but beyond that, what about the rest of the episode?
Can I? You know, there was something you mentioned that, but that Shetty and Newman, that they look alike, and I understand what you're saying. I
Yes,
do, I
yeah,
do. They have a certain carriage. They're both dark haired. They're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
obviously mixed, or
yeah,
not Caucasian. They do have a similarity. Both quite attractive women, if I'm being
yeah.
honest. They have
I I, I,
this.
fa- I
Yeah.
found that now seeing them both in the same episode,
Yes. You're
I can
like.
see the difference.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Like there's the one is more
but
light skin, one
but
is
when you're
not.
not seeing them
Yeah,
in the same episode, you're seeing one
yeah.
wives out there. You start to think,
Hang on.
yeah, exactly. yeah,
Um, I loved. I think Newman really elevated this episode. I think Newman is a really
yep.
good actress. Like I think she's so good. Um, so she turns up. I think. So Polarity, was she the one that gave Polarity a stroke, or do we know if he's actually? Have they revealed that he could be suffering from something? I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so,
they
right? She
hinted
wasn't
that
there. She wasn't there.
she wasn't there.
Okay.
So I'm presuming
That it was a
there was something wrong with him.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
having said that, she did give somebody a nose. Am I missing that? Did you not give somebody a nose bleeds?
In the boys, she gave somebody
As
a
a
the
nosebleed
warning?
in the
boys.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
exactly.
no,
As a
no.
warning.
In this episode,
No.
No, I don't think so. She gave the guy a nosebleed and then blew his head off.
She blew
oh,
his head
and then
off.
oh, oh,
And then blew his
sorry,
head
Yeah.
yeah,
off.
she finished it up. Yeah, she finished him off. Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
she-
Yeah,
I
sorry,
think
sorry.
polarity. My guess is what polarity is suffering from is tied to whatever virus they did or something. That's
oh,
Oh,
the so
you
that's
think he's
what
out?
I'm getting. I don't know, but I think it's going to be tied to it because it doesn't. That's like the only connection I can think of. Maybe it was tested on him somewhere. He interacted with his sample in some way.
Okay, can we summarize what happened in this episode, like high level?
okay.
I
Um,
The kids, well, the kids told
uh,
what's her
Kate.
name?
Let's start with Kate.
Okay, okay,
yeah.
Right. So Kate goes to Shetty's apartment, goes to
yep,
Shetty's place,
yep,
and basically compels Shetty to tell them the truth about
yes,
the
We
wood.
think that's what she did, but let's continue. Because
yep.
remember, shortly before then, Shetty tells Kate that we have a final plan. I have a final thing for you to do for me. So, and they never speak on what that is.
Yeah. So that scene confused me a bit
Yeah.
because as you said, before they arrived, it almost looked like the dean had convinced Kate to carry on doing, So I was thinking when the others turned up, I thought it was going to be them versus Kate. But then also it seems like Kate was saying, no, yeah, she's this, she's that, and exposed every. So that kind of quick turnabout did leave me like gave me some kind of whiplash, and I felt like today that I'm not too sure what's going on here. I can't trust what I'm looking seeing on surface level. That's
It
how I
will,
felt. Yes.
yeah, it will be too much of a stretch for me that Kate accepts this role of a mastermind and continues working for Shetty. But I can see them going either way.
Right, okay.
If she's still under the influence and she's influencing them to see things, or she's working for Shetty. So I can see them going either way. So I'm not just sure what
So
is.
you think she could be working for Shetty posthumously because Shetty is dead.
Yeah, she died.
Yeah,
She made Shetty kill herself.
yourself.
Ah,
I'm like I'm not sure. I'm not fully sure I trust what I see there.
okay, okay,
Basically,
okay, okay.
Oh,
it,
it could be a
it could
mind
be shut. Yeah, it could
a
be like
mind.
the last thing she wants them to do for her is that fake her death
Do something.
and
Yes,
make
yes,
people
yes.
think she's dead. So
Good, yeah, good point. Good point.
the,
I'm
so
gonna go.
the
Now, okay.
Yeah,
So
well,
I see
now,
your point. Okay, go on. Sorry.
no, I was going to ask. So the virus now
Yes,
is in the hands of Newman.
yeah.
yes, correct.
The scientist is dead.
Can we just talk about that, please? So I was
Can,
Right.
watching
can
this. I was watching
the
this, and
yeah.
then I swear, and then my missus comes in and she's like, "Oh, they are meeting." Like she doesn't watch the show, and she's like, "Oh,
Okay.
this guy is meeting with somebody here in the car, in the parking lot. She's going to kill him now." And I was like, "This is the most telegraphed." He said, "Oh, this is the only sample. Yes, you are the only one that knows how to mix this concussion. Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
haven't told anybody that. Yeah, yes, okay.
yeah.
I'll see you later. They go now." Like, so when she gave the guy the card, I was like, "Eh? So
Okay.
she's not going to kill this nigga."
Uh,
And then she blew up his head. I'm like, "Eh,
that's it.
eh,
Because the
come on."
sample getting to Newman, I think is a lot of people have to be idiots
Yeah,
for this to happen.
I
From the
mean,
CIA lady not even taking it off Shetty's hands in the first place.
I
Because
mean,
someone tells you I have a virus that can kill all ships.
Yep.
Even though I'm never going to use it, why would I leave it in the hands of this woman? I will collect it from her and throw it inside the prison dark site where nobody will find her ever again and keep it rather than
yeah,
letting her go with it. Then the idiot, what's his name? Scientist that didn't take any
yeah,
safeguards, they didn't take
Cardoza.
any.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
come
know what?
on.
Let's also talk about the elephant in the room, and that's
Yeah.
the absolutely horrendous writing that lets those kids know that there was a virus in the first place. And I'm talking about where Jordan and
on, under the
Marie
table.
are hiding on at the table. That bit, they were like, "Who was it that wrote Gossip Girl season 1?" And they got that person
I,
just right this because it is
no,
It
absolutely
is terrible.
it was
stupid.
terrible. Even
The,
as I was watching it, I thought, oh,
I
so this
was
guy's
cringing that
speaking
you are
out.
not.
He's speaking out aloud. He's talking out loud.
I mean,
fam,
he
just
came
let
in
it
drunk
like
and downloaded the whole gist of what they were doing.
Yeah. That was bad writing. That
Ah,
was really bad
it should
writing.
have been easier.
ah,
You have someone that can do mind control. Have a tell spill the truth through Shetty. There are so many
they,
other ways you could
they
have
were,
done
Or
this.
they were too many.
Nah, that
have
was
somebody
just bad.
have somebody
Please.
make a phone call to him, and
Oh,
he's taking the call and he's talking on the phone.
Top fault.
In,
ah,
Anything.
it was bad.
Like
It
the
was
yeah,
fact
bad.
that they
that was
were
terrible.
the
And then
coincidence of them being in the room at the same time,
Yeah.
in
and
the
then
same
he
room,
too is down saying
was now
everything.
saying, this is Reed Richards in Multiverse of Madness level of stupidity now. Stupid. You just say, "Oh yeah." So, but why are you so bad? Well, it was,
It was
and
bad.
then they go into Shetty's place and they're opening her files, and she has files on aircraft explosion kills
Yeah.
something. Oh, death. I'm like, come on, people see.
Fam.
Are you telling me that Shetty keeps hard copies of
Who, who,
the newspaper
who
printing
even has hard
of
copies
the
now these
death of
Hard
days?
copies of
who
this, yeah.
reads newspaper?
Yes, yeah.
And this is
Ah,
something that flew under the radar for all vote employees. They didn't know that they were appointing
I
someone that killed
mean,
their parents as principal of their school. And I'm like, there's a lot of stupidity going on here.
I know it's bad writing.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's a very good point. That's
Yeah.
actually I don't think about that. That's a very good point.
Well, I was ready to excuse that point when Shetty was meeting with the CIA, thinking she was working with her, and they
With
covered up
her
her history,
together. Yes,
and they
and
covered
that
up
one
the history and all of that.
actually that
Yeah,
one has doctored her records. Yes,
yeah,
perhaps.
So can I
so
ask a question here?
yeah.
So what is Newman's agenda with this virus thing?
Who was hitting the boys?
Yeah, she's
She
definitely she's going to weaponize it, but
she's
she's not
not
going to make it
she's not anti
airborne.
soups. She's not anti soups, is she?
No, she's pretending to be. She's not even anti-soup.
She's
She's not.
yeah, she's pretending to be, but she's not anti soups.
She's pretending to be a moderator, a soup moderator. That
Right,
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
those are humans too. Let's
I
have
mean,
discussions, but soups cannot be allowed to just go
but
rampant. She's not Graydon Creed.
Can
She's
we
something
talk
that
just
can kill, something that can kill Homelander. Anybody who wants to have their hands on it.
exactly. So she
Right.
wants to weaponize it, but she doesn't want to turn it into like an airborne
Okay.
virus where
Okay.
Virus, yeah.
So
it
that is
could be.
why it was important that they made it clear that for the scientists to say, "Oh, it's not that great at infecting too many people." So they made it clear that in terms of I want to attack the
Contagious.
whole
Yeah,
population.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
it's not great.
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, you're right. It cannot be used to target
A small
specific.
group or a specific person. Yeah.
Oh God. Guess what?
Got
go on.
I'm now 100% sure Polaris was a test run.
You think so?
I won't be surprised.
No, I would be surprised. I'm just like
Did
I
that
mean
scene?
I'm
Did
just
that scene happen after?
it happened before.
I've no where she killed the
Polaris had
Cardosa.
the stroke before.
Yeah, it happened before.
Polaris had the stroke
Right,
before.
right,
She
right,
got
right,
picked
right.
towards the very end of the
Yeah,
episode.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
At the end. Okay. Can we talk about our local psychopath and the reason that he doesn't listen to anybody when he tells to stay in his room, and the consequence of him drinking, partying, taking drugs?
Do you know I kind of understand?
You
He
do?
has been in the prison
Yeah, he has been in a prison for a
for.
while, and he
I
is
mean,
a child.
Right.
He is a
Okay.
child. He's what, 18, 19, with probably the mental development of someone much
I
younger.
don't. They might have been 19.
No, he might not be because
Yeah.
his older brother. Let's say he's 2 years younger than his older brother. Let's say his older brother is
Yeah.
20. So
and
he's
he has
probably
been
like,
in the prison for like since
yeah.
12 or
So this
something. So,
guy's is mentally hasn't developed, hasn't. Even the fact that when she was pulling him away, he was like, "Bye, guys." You know, he was still.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
He was
hasn't had
happy.
friends. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
happy. He was happy that somebody was like, "Hey, come chill with us." Now, what I didn't understand is that the crazy guy with the exploded dick. Did he? It felt like there was something sinister behind the invite. Almost like
I
either he recognized him or someone had directed him to. No, that's just the way I saw it. But it
yeah,
was,
but I don't think so.
yeah.
It's it will
In
be
retrospect, yeah, probably not. But go on.
I just
yeah,
read that as him just being the sus guy that he's been all season long.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
You
yeah.
know, that he's a
True,
dodgy
true,
guy.
true, true.
Nobody should listen to him type person. And the fact that this kids listen to him, we instantly all worried that, oh
True.
God, this
Yeah,
is not going to
Yeah.
turn out well. I hated that whole rally and debate.
that debate I hate it.
Yeah, I hated it.
This is the first time I'm hitting a parody in the boys universe, like turning
To
shape
me,
community to minority community and trying
it
to
was not well done. To me, it was
no.
the arguments, the takes, and
Mm,
unfortunately for me, this is a bit of a left turn on this. I read a comic called Amazon Attacks, and
Yeah, I've read that.
There's a storyline going on in Wonder Woman at the moment
Yeah.
where one person killed some men, and all of a sudden we're kicking out the whole race from the country. So
it's something America can do.
no, not even another one person.
America, they are mad like that.
This was too much. And now they want to go ready to go war. It was just so that scene in Gen V was not as bad as that, but I don't think it was far away in terms of the way they were reacting to this whole. And I think they could have done way better, and especially when they were hitting about what Homelander did. I want to see more of the debate around the actions of Homelander. Now that might be saved for the boys itself, but the fact that they mentioned it, I thought, oh, okay, let's get into this. For I don't enjoy those debates at all. If I won't lie.
Nah, they try too much, and I think this is a mistake they made. They try too much to pigeonhole that debate to real life situations rather
Yes, yeah,
than letting it build organically for what it was. Because there is no way you can compare real life minorities with a SIP community minority and
yep,
say it's a one-to-one, have the same kind of argument. Because these guys are working nuclear weapons, or they are working weapons. They are
yep.
working people with powers, or so you don't make the same arguments for them that you make for that. And
Yeah,
I would have loved to see that play out well, but they didn't go that
and to this
direction.
point, and
Yeah,
to the point, which is what annoyed me more. To this point, in that universe, as far as I understand, they're superstars.
yeah,
You know, so yeah, Homelander's gone off rails on live on TV, but he's the only one I've seen that. Okay, some people might have an issue with. Generally, you've been treating these, for what I've seen, these guys have been treated as superstars. Even in the uni, they are superstars. So that debate did not hold true for it. Just didn't feel right
yeah.
for me personally. Didn't like it.
And the boys has been a show that I mentioned earlier. Their parodies have always been on point. When they are making
Yep.
fun of real life situations, it's always been on point in a way that ties to their own universe organically. But here, it's as if someone said, "Oh, okay, we need to have a preaching moment about uh, a real life argument on minorities, how to treat minorities well, and this is the best analogy we can do." And then they just write a
No,
script around
I
that.
think what
Yeah.
happened was the head writer was off that day. They had to write that scene, and they called in Tom King to write it.
Oh,
That's my story, and I'm
God.
sticking to it.
Tex,
uh,
what did you think?
Yeah,
I think the debate was it was for what, less than 2 minutes,
yeah.
right,
It
before
wasn't
the whole
long.
thing
Yeah,
scattered. Yeah, it wasn't long. It
before it
didn't even
scattered.
feel, yeah, before the whole, before somebody just stood up and used the laser beams to eye beams to, burn off the flag, and it didn't even feel real to me. It felt very, it didn't feel real. It felt
Okay,
like,
so
okay, let's put this in. Yeah.
what you just mentioned reminded a point that came to my mind when I was watching this show,
Yeah.
and especially when I was watching that scene.
Yep.
I thought I said, "Hang on a minute, how do you even discipline these kids?
Yeah, you
How
can't.
does
Exactly.
how does discipline work in
Yeah.
a zoo full of supers?"
Yeah.
The same way they discipline the seven, influence, soft power, and their
But
teachers are
okay,
soups.
Yeah, but
You know,
there
this
really
kid
should be
needs.
more psychopaths.
They
Like
are
it's
psychopaths.
there should be
Like,
more. There should be more. Like
they-
I would even posit that there shouldn't be anybody that has powers that is a normal person.
is there?
It's well,
Is there a normal person amongst any of them? Look at their
well,
graduates they are celebrating. For goodness sake, the dip is on their
yeah.
TV as one of their favorite songs. That one of their best
uh,
students. So they are not normal students in this
no.
school.
To be honest,
uh,
when the person who founds your university is like a certified pedophile anyway,
yeah.
Yeah.
eh,
So I expect, yeah. But I think for me that scene disappointed me a lot because I think this is where this show could have shined a lot. Like
yep.
showing the consequences away from the big seven on a more day-to-day everyman level of this thing, and they just done that. Oh, so yeah, it's yeah. Moving on from there. Any other bits you want to touch on?
Yeah, I
I'm
still
trying
want
to
to
think.
talk
So
about
we've talked about
a
Kate.
little
We've
bit.
talked about.
I still want to talk about Kate a
Oh,
little
okay,
bit.
go for it. Go
Okay.
for it.
Um, I can see Kate being the new big bad. I can. It's unfortunate, but I can see it.
I hope
Her
not.
power
And it's
set.
not. And it's not. Yeah, her power set, her ability to influence people, her popular girl vibe. Um, and at the end of it, like doing the flash forward to the next episode, she was like walking in front of like some students who were behind her, like she was like the gang leader, like they were like the way Magneto be walking and
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
yeah, there was something like that. So I think she started to spread influence amongst the student body. Um,
Right.
so I can see it because I don't think she's been particularly stable all season. And I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. I think the writing is glaring enough that they will be like, yeah, they're going to go with this. I don't think they're going to do anything. That's personally, I don't think they're going to do anything
Interesting.
unexpected. I don't think they're going to subvert expectations for this. I think they've decided who their villain is going to be now. The bit where she
Right.
stops Marie and compels Marie not to
Yeah.
save Shetty. That was a big villain moment for me.
Oh, big villain moment to me. A big breaking of trust moment as well.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, huge, especially as you know what it's doing to this person, and you can because when she says, I know what this is, what's happening. I know, she's been in her mind, so she knows
Yeah.
that Marie's having flashbacks to her mom, bleeding out from the neck,
Yes.
and
Indeed.
Marie was pleading that let me save this person, not because I like her or anything. I was like, I was,
So okay. So
I've locked her as the bad guy of this season.
so okay. So just to be clear, how many episodes do we have left on this one?
I think one or two.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So
hate
I
when
think
they
it's
go
two.
this. I hate when they go this direction, where the obviously mind control person is the bad
Yes,
guy. Almost every TV show has done it, and almost like
yes,
whenever you have a group of characters and you have someone that has mind control, they are almost always the bad guy in the TV show. It's like it's boring. I don't like it, but like you said, they've gone way too. I think they've gone too far for them to pull back
right.
on this.
yeah,
Like what she did, if aside what she did with Marie, if you remove that, I can still see where they might subvert. But with that bit, I feel it's gone too far.
yeah.
A step too far.
It was
Yeah.
a big,
Yeah, I'm not sure how they can
big
pull her
dynamic.
back to become part of the crew again
Yeah,
Okay.
without something else going on
yeah.
there.
Uh, and
Except what I said was true, that what happened there did not really happen,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
faking the death of Cecil. But I doubt it. Well, let's see.
I don't see it. I don't see that. But let's
Yeah,
see. And I think it also shows a clear divide in the group now with Sam supporting her decision to kill Shetty.
Well,
Be
well,
like,
Sam is a psychopath. He will
he's
kill.
yeah,
a
exactly.
He
psychopath.
will support the shot to kill anybody.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
now he's not joining the crew. He's going to join her team. He's going to pull a pyro and join her Magneto and Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, while they're going to be the
Yep.
ones that are the moderates
You know,
or moderates. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
I'm
see
going to
that.
say something now that going by what the boys have done so far,
Yes.
they shy away from killing main characters. I'm not sure,
Okay.
and I'm not sure they're going to kill kids
I don't think
because
so. I don't think so.
yeah, and if they don't kill kids, they have to find a way for her to still be in that school with that interacting with that group.
No, I think she will leave the school. I think she could leave the school.
And this thing is going to be set in the schools. It's a school.
Yeah. I
It's a
think,
school
yeah.
show.
But I don't think she's going to still remain in the school. I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think
it will
they
be
will.
difficult to tie that storyline.
I think they will, but she's going to
Okay.
be the bad guy outside the school. But let's see.
Yeah, yeah.
We are
Yeah.
just throwing out.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. Because what I was going to say was that I have a feeling they'll still find a way at the end of the season to retain the core cast as the core cast in the same
yes,
situation, in the same
yes,
scenario, so they can play around with this because they've been doing this with the boys since the beginning of time. No matter what they do, no matter how much it subvert regulations, Homelander will not kill Butcher yet. Butcher will
Yeah,
not kill Homelander. The boys will not, the titular
yeah,
boys, they're not going to die yet. They are still going to be there no matter what happens to them.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think they're going to play around with that same formula here as well,
yeah. I agree.
where the main cast will remain together in
I agree.
some format, which is the only reason why I'm not sure this girl will go. They would want to cast her too much as a villain in the show and not pull her back. But let's see how that plays out.
Okay. Anything else that you guys want to cover on this one?
not from me. I was trying to think. Did cricket do anything this season, this episode?
She got some clothes for Sam and went to look for Sam when
Okay,
he left her dorm. I think that
okay,
was about it. Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
about it. Andre went with his dad and
yep.
tried to prevent the ambulance from crushing the
Right.
paramedics.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly talk on that scene?
Yeah, go on.
somebody's passing out with electromagnetic powers, and you just bring a normal, ordinary hospital van. What were you expecting? So if that kid wasn't there, they would have all died on the road like that.
Yeah, I think the paramedics for supers need to be depowerers or
Yeah,
like leech or something, someone that can put you under or
yeah.
something.
Or,
Yeah,
the ghost, the home ambulance, so that it's something like some anti-magnetic properties, or just putting the guy in there, and you guys are just driving on a wish and a prayer. Jokers.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
And sorry,
Anything else happened in this episode? Yeah.
one point. I've abused this episode on like 3 or 4 scenes already, and yet I am enjoying this show.
Yeah. We are more invested.
Yeah, it's so weird that after everything I said, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah.
I actually look forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's.
It's
I think it's. Yeah, I actually think it's the characters
yeah.
because
Yeah,
they're
okay.
like we said, there have been several amateurish like
Moves, yeah.
Plot
bits
twist.
that I'm like, oh come on, the bit and downright silly stuff where cricket is expanding and reducing and becoming small, and her clothes are still the same and becoming bigger. She has small underwear in her, like silly, but it's just because that we are still carried along by.
I saw that draw. I thought, okay, I won't talk about this ever again. Let's just close that draw. I think just close that draw. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they did the right thing with this show. They made us like the characters from the get-go.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
We like
Yes.
Justin, we like
Yes.
Cricket, we like all of
Yes.
them.
So
So it's
so
like,
we're
I would
making a
like
lot
we
of
even like
allowances.
Andre,
Yeah.
because he was such a cool guy. Episode 1,
yeah, even though now he's
know,
an idiot,
even though now he's
motherfucker, but
just
he's
he's a
just a
fuck up.
jaw.
He's a fuck up.
He's a
Like
dog bastard.
I can understand why his dad is like quite disappointed in him. He's a bit of a fuck up. I'm sorry
Jesus.
to say, I feel
That's a
bad.
bit harsh.
I'm sorry to say, like he he's those guys that have potential, that have
And they
pedigree,
just wasted.
but he's just
Yeah.
wasted, just smoking weed and blaming
He-
people, and
Yeah, he's
he's kind of giving up a bit.
he's Gen Z.
Nah, it's Gen Z. It's Gen Z is no. How would I put it now? You see Gen Z that it's just
He's Gen Z.
wasted.
He's not Zine.
He's not
It's
saying
not Zine at all. It's not Zine at all. It's not. It's not. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One question: who do you think the CIA lady was calling to watch Shetty? When Shetty leaves after giving her the pitch, she made a call
Yes.
to somebody.
So we're talking
Yeah.
about Mallory here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh wow, that's a good shout.
Who does she call in the
I
boys?
assumed it was. I assumed it was Butcher. I don't know why I assumed it was Butcher. It's just
It could be. It
I
could
just
be.
thought it was Butcher. I just didn't
Because
think
she's,
it
if
was anybody
I
on the
remember
show.
correctly, she's rogue, right?
She's retired, I think.
Retired.
Yeah.
think
So
she's retired.
she hasn't got any. She's not actually working for any CIA. You're right. Is that it's gonna be most likely it's gonna be one of the boys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Because,
likely
okay.
Butcher.
Because this virus is going to turn up again. It's going to turn up
Yeah.
in the boys.
Yeah, because that's something that Butcher would be well interested in.
Absolutely,
Very.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping it was going to be Butcher that collected from Cardoza or something. Because I still don't buy it getting to Newman at all. That was just dumb. But yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
So
ratings?
ratings.
Yeah.
Can I go first?
I'm gonna give it a very, very
Okay.
biased, unlogical 3.5.
Fair. Kex.
Yeah, honestly, I'll give it about the same. Problems with it, but overall still enjoyable. So I'll give it a 3.5. And I acknowledge that it has problems and there is a bit of bias, but yeah, 3.5.
I'll be lower than you because I'm very unbiased and fair in my judgment, objective. So I will give it a 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so quickly moving on to the last topic we have on our podcast is for today. It's the Ultimate Universe by Jonathan Hickman. We finally have some news coming out. The first big one is Spider-Man. Apparently, it opens up with him having a family, and he's supposed to be happy. Let me put it like that.
A wife
He
and two
has a wife
kids.
and two kids. So, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna say what do they call it in the comic? The Parker lock, the Peter Parker lock
Yeah.
will soon come and correct that issue. Correct his
I
happiness.
rectify it.
Yeah, rectify his happiness. I mean, it's been a long-standing trope in Marvel comics that Peter Parker cannot be happy for too long before the writers decide to show him Pepe. Now, this is obviously a Peter Parker in a different universe. Will this happiness last?
May I
My
also say
instincts
something?
are screaming no.
May I also say something?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
on.
This is a Peter Parker with a writer that has never written Spider-Man before.
Okay.
Hickman is not going to kill those kids or or that woman.
That if that's
Now,
true,
now, what Hickman wanted to do,
yep.
and I said this like I was in the room, is it was like I want to write Spider-Man, and they were like, you can't because we are still the guy's not done suffering in our hands. So what we
Okay.
will do is we'll allow you to write Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe, and anything we want to do, made one.
Do it.
Any
I mean,
changes, because anything that Hickman does is going to be
yeah.
a very, very strong change to the status quo of Spider-Man.
Correct. Yeah.
It's going to be it's not going to be something that he expects you to reverse that after a year and a half, and Doc Ock comes back and then their minds swap again, and then Superior is no more. And
Yeah.
he's not doing that one with you. I'm going to make a big, huge fundamental change to the mythos of this character going forward that's going to have a ripple effect. They're not going to allow him to do that on regular Spider-Man. But with the
Right.
Ultimate, I don't think they can dictate to this guy, this one, that kill his first son. No. John will say that's not. Come and look at my. You know what they call it, the mind map, or what is that?
Yeah.
Come and look at my mind map. I have no intention of killing this guy at all. This guy is going to be the next Spider-Man Junior now. Look at the 8-year plan I have. I think the family is here to stay. In the Ultimate Universe, I think
Don't
the
get me
family is
wrong.
here to stay.
I'm not against that.
I know you're not. I mean,
I'm
everybody
for
wants him to be happy. It's just
I would love to see at least
track record.
one Parker in one universe that's happy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that this family, even though it looks like it's going to be happy. I think there's a lot more potential for suffering with these two kids.
Of course.
I can see Parker turn to a deadbeat that kind of situation. There is that in the first one because he's an irresponsible bastard in the first place. There is all the issues that come with raising kids and all of that that he's going to have to go through
And
to underscore.
yes.
which Hickman is going to want to explore and talk about. But
Yeah.
what Hickman will not do is make Spider-Man a shit dad. And what Hickman will not do, okay, I mean, we're speculating, right?
Yeah.
Is kill that family.
Yeah.
He's going to give us a this thing always comes to mind when I think about let's think about Fantastic Four, what Hickman did for Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And
He didn't give us a shit dad.
at all.
Yeah.
Like he gave us
And
a great dad.
And that's the shittiest of all shittiest dad ever.
The smelliness dad and father and husband. And friend. And brother-in-law.
I'm not gonna get
And
dragged
Pat is a
into
piece
this
of shit.
slander.
Please.
This slander. Read slander.
But there is a line in that comic book or in that comic book series.
Yeah.
The people who read it more often than me will probably remember. But genuinely, I can't remember. But it's a bit where I think Reed is either asking Franklin to jump, or Reed is remembering his dad asking him to jump off the top of like a monkey bars or something, and Reed is like, oh no, I'm scared. His dad like, look, it's okay to be scared, but I'll be like, I'm gonna look for this. It was such a very, very nice quote. That's what Hickman's gonna do. He's gonna give us a great Spider-Man dad. That's what I feel.
Excellent.
Going on what you said, this is one of the blog from the announcement launching this January as the first ongoing series set in the Marvel New Ultimate Universe. Ultimate Spider-Man will star a very different Peter Parker, an older, wiser web slinger who balances the superhero duties with his responsibilities as a father and a husband. So that supports your.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
It would be good.
See,
and I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Do you think our Peter, if May had lived, or Mayday had lived, who they retconned, by the way, had lived, do you think he would be a more responsible dad and not just like, oh, somebody's mugging one random person in Ojuelegba, let me quickly leave my family, my daughter's 1 year birthday to go and save that person? Do you think?
No,
He would have
would
killed
still,
Mayday by now.
he would still be sitting.
He would have. I said, Kex, there will be a story where he will need to sacrifice Mayday to save New York, and he will sacrifice Mayday to save New York. And it should be an idiot that would have written that story. So,
I think if they kept that family, he'd be divorced, and there will be restraining order against him seeing his daughter.
so I'm going to be happy for Ickman, and I hope you have a very long run on this.
Yeah.
And I know that immediately Ickman stops writing this book is the day I stop reading this particular book.
I think Dan Slott has some bastard ideas that he's just waiting that, man, I cannot wait.
Oh, I cannot wait to do this. Like,
Okay, so I'm going to have
wow.
Harry Osborn be a pedophile and then rape
Oh,
this guy's
God.
child. Or the guy
Oh,
is
God.
shit.
smart. But, okay, just say.
Okay.
Jesus.
So, and that's so possible.
Kex went very dark.
I went
there,
super
but,
dark in that one, sorry.
And that is very possible for a Spider-Man book. That's how annoying this is. But yeah, we are looking forward to that book, and we hope it's a very long run for Spider-Man. On the other hand, we have Thor, Ultimate Thor. Who is I don't see what the big deal is about that particular book and why they are making a big deal out of it. He's just going to be a bastard with a hammer, and that's basically that. What's going on there? Can you enlighten me?
Tell us about your
what,
capital friend.
Yeah.
what I don't understand is your lack of enthusiasm for one of the greatest characters ever to grace a comic book in Thor. You should be excited. You should be more excited than Spider-Man.
Wait. We should be more excited for Thor than
Yes.
Spider-Man. In what
Yes.
world?
So what you
Kex, are you hearing this?
what we're gonna have from
Sorry,
the blurb?
what did you say again?
I said
That
we
we should
be
be
more
more
excited for the Thor comic.
Without being ashamed.
than Spider-Man. Hey, God.
You don't get the fuck.
Dapo, I dare you to put a poll out about this. Which character people are more excited for? I dare you. And then come and apologize again next week.
The Twitter don't do polls anymore. They're broken. Don't do the poll. Twitter again. No, so basically, from the little blurb I read,
Yeah.
basically what you're going to get is an unrestrained Thor. Like, the guy who's a god with the power of a god, but has the morals and mindset of like Conan the Barbarian. This is what I'm guessing we're gonna get. So if anybody's in his way, he's gonna go through you, and he'll kill you to get his way. So it's a take. It's probably a lot closer to what Thor the Myth guy is more like than the Thor we've come to like in 616. I'm actually quite excited to see this. And with Hickman, I just hope it keeps a lot of the personality of 616, but just dial this guy's aggression and viciousness up a bit. And it's something I'm quite happy to see. Because sometimes, and this always happens when you write a comic and you got a character that's been in the comic for like decades and decades. They always kind of end up softening up the character, just to fit in with the hero image of 616 and stuff like that. We've had the shackles in this new universe. What's it called? 6160. I'm quite happy to see a different version of Thor that's a lot more vicious, because that's basically what the blurb is saying, and I think it's gonna be awesome. And I'm hoping that if he ever fights Hawk in here, the Hawk of 6160, he puts him in the hospital if doesn't outright try and kill him.
You hope who puts who in the hospital?
Thor puts Hawk in the hospital.
Are you not tired of Thor?
Oh, that.
I'm never ever tired of Thor beating up Hawk. Never ever.
But this last fight that happened, who beat up who? This last one that happened.
It wasn't. There wasn't a winner.
There wasn't a winner. Okay.
Okay. There wasn't a winner. Can we quickly move on? I don't know what they're trying to do here. I don't know what this guy is talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm
So
excited. And sorry, can I confirm Hickman's writing this, right?
yes.
I liked Hickman's version of Thor in his Avengers run. I didn't
Okay.
mind it at all. And him dialing this up a bit got me excited.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he created Thor with the bro who had the bromance with Hyperion. Was it Hyperion?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. I'm. Here's the thing. I would say I'm looking forward to this yet. I don't know. None of these books, as hopefully yes,
I'll be here when you come and start raving. I'll be
no,
waiting
I'm
here.
going. No, I'm not saying I won't come and rave about these books. I'm saying from what we've seen so far,
Yeah,
there is
no, I
no
understand.
there is no book here that if it wasn't Ikman that was writing it,
Of course,
that I'll
of
be
course.
I'll be so okay. I want to go and read that. I will probably be ignoring these titles if it wasn't Ikman that was writing it. So that's where I am right now. Like it's only Hickman's name on the
That's keeping
title
you. Yeah, okay, yeah,
that
that's
is
fair
keeping
enough.
me interested in it. So yeah. So we'll see
That's
how
fair
they
enough.
go when they drop out. But yeah,
Okay.
that's it. We'll be yeah, throughout next year we'll be reading the Ultimate Universe and hoping it rivals the previous Ultimate Universe, which I think gave us so many groundbreaking runs that
Yep.
even led to the foundation of what we have as the MCU today. So yes, that's where we are. And I think with this, we've come to the end of this season, another year of podcast land.
Yep.
And next week begins a new year where hopefully we'll be wiser because we've not gotten wiser anytime soon throughout this year. But hopefully next year we'll come with more, we will be wiser and give more intelligent discourse here.
And
Highly
guys who
unlikely.
are listening, please give us ideas. If you think there's things we need to discuss, things changes that we think we can make to our format, we've had already a good suggestion that we're going to work on in terms of adding chapters and to the podcast so people can jump to points of interest. But any ideas you guys have, please send it our way. And if you like working for free, I, I, I wouldn't mind an editor.
So this is clearly not going to Niger people.
But you never know.
Yeah.
There might be some people who are doing
I'm kidding.
media studies who want to try to handle editing stuff. This is a good way, to practice, become a production assistant on our podcast, so that we could do less work, and you could gain great
So,
experience.
so let me get this straight. So
Yes.
you earn pounds, but you are asking somebody to come and do free. Yeah, this is what they call fine bara.
So
So
let me ask
wait
you a question.
wait wait wait
Let me ask you a
wait
question.
wait wait. So
How many pounds am I earning from this?
no,
That,
not from this. No, in
oh, okay.
general now. So you earn
Yes.
sterling, but you are saying
Yes.
just come on. If you have media studies, you want to
Okay. So
do
okay. Let me
I
rephrase.
mean,
Let
work
me
with
rephrase.
Red Cross or Red Crescent, and you want to do foundation. Okay,
Let me rephrase this.
they say if you
I
want to do
am
foundation
give
work, you should
I
come and
am
help us.
put at let me rephrase. I put out an opportunity to work with a top leading podcast in the
Yes,
industry,
yes,
to learn a trade,
mhm.
to get
Better,
valuable experience,
better.
to learn to work with people of great caliber and
Yeah.
some not so great caliber. You know,
Today, I will take that superlative.
you know, in, in, you know,
I mean,
just to get valuable experience.
Yeah,
in a podcast that has a global reach, listened
yeah,
to
Yes,
across multiple continents.
exactly.
yes, indeed, indeed.
Yes, yeah,
A global reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You can put that on LinkedIn.
It will
You
be
can put
good
that on
because
your LinkedIn.
it
And
will be good because
technically,
you see me.
we are an NGO. We are NGO. So
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, we're an NGO.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right,
Right,
Uh,
guys.
guys.
okay.
Yeah, that's been the end of this season 3. Thank you for joining
Yeah.
us. Thank you for sticking with us. And what do we got next week? Next week we've got Invincible.
Yeah, the season starts amazingly with an
Yes.
amazing show, Invincible. We are hitting the
Woo,
ground running. Like,
woo.
hopefully, that's how the year is going to go for the next year
Yeah. Yep.
with amazing shows, amazing
Back to
things that
back to
will
back.
always beat our expectations
Yes.
and not, yeah, like this year. But yeah, we look forward to that.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. Remember to rate, like, subscribe. Naija's Geeking Out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, over to you today.
Yes, sayonara, people, till next year, next week. Oh, joy.
Uh, thanks for listening, and see you later.